Hey everybody, better for the Better Podcast, and this weekend we live streamed our very first game of Necromunda 2026. We played the core set straight out of the box, and afterwards, after the live stream, Ben and I got caught up and we had a really good chat about whether this core set is a very good box or not. Now, before we go any further, I just have to say the Necromunda rules and the Necromunda models are absolutely fantastic. So things we're going to criticize in this video, spoiler alert, it's about the box and it's about whether it's a good starter set journey. The rules themselves for this edition of Necromunda, I think, look fantastic. And I don't know if we've been this hyped to play a game in a really long time. So this video is very much about the core set box and whether it's a good start on your step into Necromunda. Don't forget to leave a comment and let us know what your opinions are. This is what we want. We want to hear from you guys. We want to have that conversation. And if you've got advice or criticisms, put them in the comments so that other people can see them too. Because the idea is we're going to have a big conversation about it in the comments below. But for now, enjoy me and Ben talk about whether the core set is a great starter product or not. Okay, so we're back. Ben and I have just played out of the box with the starter set. Although it's not a starter set, it's a core set. And what I wanted to do is just take 10-15 minutes. Someone's just off to watch us play the new Warhammer quest instead. Is to talk about this out of the box and whether it is. Let's not worry too much about whether the new rules are better than the old rules. I think for the most part they are comparable. I think,
yeah, it still feels like
still really good. You know, it's like a slightly different good, but it's still really good. But the core set, out of the box, Necromunda has set itself up so high because the original 1996 edition, this one here, not only did it come with whippy sticks, but it was just the most playable game. You had all this terrain and you had two gangs and you would just be able to play forever and ever and ever. So out of the box is really good. You've got different terrain layouts and all that kind of stuff. This one, 2 new gangs, 4 pieces of terrain and a small board. Is it a good new player experience for Necromunda? Let's start with the new player experience. Not new to this version, just literally like little Davey and Stevo, like Warhammer. So Mum bought them the Necromunda Skirmish box because it looks cool. And they look, look at all these guys with piercings and tattoos and big muscles. I want my child to grow up with that image. Here's a box of toys. What do you think?
I think it's not really a new player set. I think if it was a set, this book here would have had your rules for your gangs, and it would have just got rid of all skills. It would have said, this model is this. It would probably say, I would say like 4 of them. Let's say like pick 4, maybe 5, and then have them exactly here and have their stats for each one. And then no special skills, no extra stuff. And instead of the rest of it, which I guess is the building instructions, that kind of makes sense.
There is a page that says, our first Necromunda battle.
It does, and it says nothing. It says, read the core rulebook.
Go to the rulebook. Go to the rulebook. Now, for the first battle, it says, use all the dudes, put all the terrain out, and use this.
Play on this grid.
Yeah, it does say play on the grid.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot more reading the core rulebook than I would have expected for a first game, especially when you get quick reference sheets that also don't have anything on it.
Okay, yeah, this is the reference sheets I was really hopeful for, but they are
a falling table on it. Where are you going to fall off?
Really useful for later, perhaps.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. For first playthrough, having to flick between the rulebook and this, because like the fact that those guns aren't in here is a wobbly first player experience. We're experienced gamers, and the reason we were being so fastidious checking all the rules and stuff is because that's nothing worse than an edition change. If it changes from this to this, you've got to double check, because we did this with Blood Bowl, right? The new edition of Blood Bowl came through and we were missing rules because they were like 2 words different and we hadn't noticed. So we were trying our best to go through all the rules and stuff, and having to go through 2 places it was a bit ropey. Now we're going to talk through some good stuff first. The models are fantastic.
They are unbelievable. Yeah.
They are brilliant models. So Ben's saying this may not be the new player's box. If you are an old Necromunda player, there's some great gang models, and you get the book. So I don't remember how much this box was. Like 90 quid, maybe 100 quid? I don't know.
For 2 gangs and a really nice rule book.
2 gangs, proper rule book, and dice, and templates, and the card decks, which we haven't used.
That's true. Yeah, I haven't even seen these.
Yeah, you don't need them for the starter set. So you've got all the campaign decks and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, this is pretty good.
And I think this is the difference with what Games Workshop are doing at the moment, because they are producing core sets, not starter sets.
That's probably the key thing.
And I think you see the box, you see the core set, and you go, they've spelt starter wrong. And they're just like, this core set is the starter set now. I think Ben's exactly right. I don't think this is the starter set, and I don't think this is designed to just be played out of the box.
I don't think it is. I think this is a way to get 2 gangs and everything else you need to play.
This is literally the box of, would you like to split a box of Necromunda? For 20 quid, you can have the Goliaths. For 60 quid, I have the Escher and the rulebook.
Yeah. I think that's fine.
And I think that is totally okay.
And you still have some of these which you can put on your board, which you probably already have.
Yeah, well, this is the new terrain, isn't it? I think this is some of the new stuff that they put in the 40k bit as well.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Maybe it's not. I don't know.
Really know.
But I mean, a little bit of scattered terrain is always useful.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice.
Yeah, the cover came in to play in the new game. So it's an interesting one. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think this is a starter set, and I don't think it's meant to be a starter set. And I don't know whether they called it out clearly enough, or whether we were just making the assumption that the new box and the new edition is a starter set. But this is probably the worst starter set from Games Workshop I've ever played.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I'm trying to think of any others, but yeah, I think that mix of sort of how kind of this is all described as your first battle. This is all described as your first battle, but it's very dense, and like you say, leading into the next part of can you even use these guys in Necromunda?
So we're going to yo-yo on this video. The starter set box.
Yeah.
It's not a starter set box. It's not good for a new player experience, because that would have been hell if you'd never played a war game before. Hell. The models are fantastic. The book is great, and the rules are great. So I would say, to summarize before we move on, core set, not a great beginner core set, not a great starter set, but a brilliant rules set. Great models too. So if you're an experienced player who wants the new rules, wants the new models, fantastic. However, when it comes to this box, the thing that I find really peculiar, and I don't know if this is by design or not, it just feels weird, right? These gangers, not only do they have weapons and skills that aren't in the rulebook, they also have gangers that aren't in the gang book. And it just feels so weird, because, and again, I made an assumption when purchasing this. I kind of thought, okay, cool, get the rules, get the gang book, then I can combine my new Escher models with the old Escher models. We can combine the new Goliath models with the old ones and make a super Goliath gang. But these models aren't in here. I don't think the weapons are in here. Now, I mean, the book is great. All of these books are fantastic. And they do a really good job of being like, oh, this gang looks cool. Oh, this gang looks cool. But they've got them, like the Wild Runner and the Kyrax cats and stuff. They've got all that. I realised my laptop was talking. But they don't have the dudes from the core set in. And I just...
So are you looking for these named positionals in this?
So I looked for the names first.
Yeah.
There wasn't the names. And I thought, okay, maybe they just called something different. So I said, okay, right.
Like Blade Maiden.
What's a 65? Because the Escher, one of them is 65 points. I was like, okay, what's the 65 point piece? There isn't one. It's like, okay, then maybe it's just Gang Sisters. I was like, yeah, cool. But the Gang Sister doesn't have the skills that they have. They literally don't have the same skills. And I could be missing something, but I really don't think I am.
I was just wondering if the ones that they've put in this, so this is like, for example, the Blades of the Matriarch and the Forge Smelters.
Yeah.
Have they taken a ganger role from that, given them generic skills that they would normally have access to, and they've created someone?
That is possible. That is really
I have
possible.
a feeling that's what they've done. What you say about the equipment is a little bit odd, because like if this guy... If the claws don't exist.
Let's talk gang. So you've got Goliath there. So pick a dude.
Let's pick the Forge Breaker, the guy with the claws.
All right. So he's probably a Goliath Bruiser. Is he move 4, WS4, BS4, Strength 3, Toughness 4, 1/3/1/6 plus save?
1/3/2 plus save. Anyone with 2 attacks?
No. You've got the Berserker with 3 attacks, and you've got the Stimmers who are 120 and 100. Goliath Forge boss is 100 credits, but he is a champion.
Okay, so he's somehow got an extra attack.
And he's also WS and BS 3 plus.
Okay, so he's not that. So he's somehow got an extra attack.
Yeah.
Do they have an option for claws? He's a fighter ganger as well, if that helps. He's a fighter ganger.
There is no fighter gangers.
Let's just say he's a bruiser then. Let's say he's a bruiser.
All right. So he's a ganger specialist, this guy. So let's check out the equipment list. So close combat. What's that guy's weapon called?
It is the
This is Captain
Crucible
Hook.
Hooks. Crucible Hooks.
So Crucible Hooks. No.
That's not an option.
No.
This is remarkable.
It feels like there is an alternate universe where Necromunda came out, and they are using that core set with this universe's rulebook. Because it's one thing, and I don't think it's very good. I don't think it's very good to not have to put the rulebook in the starter set without those rules being in here to begin with. Is just you shouldn't have to use 2 different books in the core set. Here's a big rule book. You should have all the rules in this, and all of your players should be in this. Because yes, I did the same thing. I was like, the Escher thing, maybe they've just upgraded alignment. But the 2 gangs in that, literally, the first thing is you can run these Eschers, but you can't add any Eschers from any other place ever into this roster.
Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does not follow the usual gang composition. Instead, they may take any number of fighters from this list, but may never take any models not included in this list.
Yes. It's really strange, because if it was just that these models came out with different weapons, you'd want them to be in here so that the Escher player can go, cool, I'll pick that up and then I can bundle them in with my Escher thing. And I really hope that's what the Spike Journal drops, because the rules are fantastic. The Skirmish books are so good. There's great lore. You read the campaign play and it looks the most exciting gaming experience I can think of. But it just feels a bit odd where you've got the Goliaths and you've got the Eschers and you can only use them. And do you know what the other great thing is? Gangs start with 1,000 credits, right? These guys are 800 credit starting rosters.
Yeah.
So if you want to take these Eschers and run them in a normal gang thing, you can't make 1,000 points, which means the only way to get more, because you can only have the players from this roster, you can only have gangers from this gang, is for 2 people to get the core set and split it, and then you can end up with. It's really odd.
But it's also strange because it says, having played your first battle Necromunda Skirmish, which we did, you're now ready to take part in a full campaign. Gang lists of many factions can be found in that book and Gangs of the Outlands, with additional options being presented in the Underhive journals, which is what you're talking about.
That book.
So saying, but that's wrong. You have to wait for the additional options to come out.
Which it does say at the bottom, or in the rulebook somewhere it says and the journals.
Yeah, it says with additional options being presented in the journals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was quite so wonky, because I bought these models, I've built these models, I've painted these models, and it would be really cool to be able to take these models now and play Necromunda with these models.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
I'm not convinced that currently, with the £100 worth of books I bought, I can't do that. And that, for me, feels really strange. Again, I want to re-emphasize, the rules are brilliant, the books are great, the models are fantastic. They are some of the Goliaths are just some of my favourite Games Workshop models for a very long time.
They're amazing, aren't they?
They were never going to go wrong, but they are actually an insane amount of fun. They weren't that bad to build either. Really cool. Love the models. Love the models, love the books, love the rules. but the launch point of the core set has left me more confused, and I think this is actually this could be really bad. We just did a live stream, and we had loads of people joining us watching it, and if their first experience is, oh, these two guys are having to flip between two different books, and then we'll never see these models again. I actually think it's a really negative launch point for Necromunda, which is hilarious. Now, I filmed a video, and I didn't put the video because I was so negative about it, but I likened it to a company making a video game, but that game only working on player-run servers.
Mm-hmm.
Them not having their own server. And with the fact there's no Necromunda terrain to really buy, and you need terrain to play it, and you need gangs that the box set doesn't start with to play it. It just feels like the kind of here's a great system, build your own server and run it. And I've got no problem with that, but I think that's just something you've got to be super aware of, because you're going to have your own terrain, you've got to figure out your own terrain, you've got to get your own gangs, which is fine. I think it's much easier in this edition, because if you want Van Saar and you want some flyboys, you just buy the flyboys. It's much better than it used to be. I love that. But then just what?
And all those old models are in these books, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally all the old models. All of them. I think the only one I couldn't find was the Van Saar Tech Hunters from the Secundus.
Yeah, they got the tech guys there, but not the...
Yeah, I don't know if... I think you may have to just run them as...
what do they look like?
As Van Saar. So they're like the Van Saar guys that came in the Gene Stealer box.
Not the Green Goblin riding.
No.
Yeah.
Those are standard Van Saars.
Okay.
There's special tech hunters that came out with the Secundus box. So they basically support. They're like hirelings. Which the other thing I was kind of hoping is that the Spire Hunters would have them and be a part of the gang, but they don't. Because I think it would be really good for Spirers to have a few mercenaries they could actually run just to kind of keep the activation count up. Doesn't really matter because Spirers are just cool anyway. And the fact you've got Chaos lists, Malstrain lists, Gene Stealer cults, Ogryn lists, Squats, Ashwaste Nomads, all of that stuff, all of the stuff in these books, it's so good. It's just really maddening that the new models that we just bought and painted are not in any of these books. It's just really strange.
It's very interesting because that picture they've used in the Goliath is this model.
But is his weapon there?
Well, that was a rivet cannon, which I remember them having. I think the old set had a Crumper rivet cannon. Under the ranged weapons, it is there.
Okay.
They have a Crumper rivet cannon. That still exists.
But on the meat hooks there?
The meat hooks are not there. No.
Is in the incendiary cannon thing?
Yeah, that would be a ranged weapon, wouldn't it?
Yes.
That's not there.
Yeah. It's just odd.
It's not there.
It's just weird. Because the great thing about Necromunda was having so many options.
Yeah, there's not some other random equipment list, is there?
It's not in the rulebook, and it's not in the gang book. It's only in the pamphlet that comes with the starter set, which means unless these rules are going to be in the journal, Games Workshop cannot sell these models.
Yeah. To be used.
Very, very, very strange. Yeah, I don't want to just rampage about that because I think it's just I was really excited to play the core set because I thought this is going to be wicked. We'll get used to the rules and then we could bring these guys back in the campaign.
Yeah. Throw them in the collection.
All it's done is go, okay, these rules make a lot of sense. There's a few things we've got to figure out. Wicked. I know how to play the game now. Wicked. Great. But I just, yeah.
And it would make a lot more sense if they had a starter set system where it really explained everything. But the rules are in there. Also here, it's not separate. It's odd.
It's very odd.
It needed just a 4-page core booklet with like each phase on.
Exactly.
Your models do this.
Yeah,
Here's how to play. Go explore the wide world of Necromunda. Get a new game.
And I think that's it. I think you've called it. It's not remotely a starter set. So if you're trying to get into Necromunda, do not bother with the start box, with the core set. Don't worry about it at all. Get yourself a rulebook and the gang you want to get.
Yeah.
It will be cheaper. You will have almost as much terrain. And you'll be able to use the stuff straight away and you'll know what it is. It's just, just a really strange thing because the box is cool. The models are great.
The rules are awesome.
The rules are awesome.
Yeah.
They've just gone a little bit.
It seems like two different people or two different departments made their own decisions and they never really married up.
Feels like two different versions of Necromunda. It feels like this is what they were doing. And then they were like, hang about.
It's like playing new models with the old codex.
That's exactly what it's like.
Right?
That's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Or, you know that 40k do like Combat with Trouble and Spearhead do Spearhead things. And in the Spearhead, like the dudes are slightly different to Age of Sigmar.
Yes.
And same with Kings of War Champions. Like the Champions units are slightly different. This is not even that because it's like these are the only units that exist ever. Very strange. But I do want to massively stress that the rules are brilliant, the books are fantastic, and the models are great. Just as a core set, it's a very confusing experience for a player. Now, we're experienced players, and honestly, if we hadn't wanted to kind of share this new experience of Necromunda with everybody, because I thought it'd be really cool, because we can point people back to, like, if you want to learn the rules with us, here's this video.
We deliberately didn't look too much into it because we wanted that experience.
We wanted to show you what it would be like to open this box, build them, and play the game together and figure out how it was. Now, probably not the most gripping television, but actually there are going to be people out there who want to participate in the Necromunda experience. And that's exactly the video you want to just put on while you're building your Necromunda guys. I think, anyway. Because, like, right, let's see these guys figure out while I build these Goliaths. And yeah, interesting one. We're never going to use this ever again. And that's totally okay. These will pop up in every single game because why would they not now? We've got more terrain. And I really hope that we get to use these guys. One thing that was really good from the core set is all the different weapons that they've shown off, even if you can't choose them in a normal gang, blah, 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 did a lot of different stuff. You had blaze, you had knockback, you had ammo, rapid fire, toxin, like tons of cool stuff.
And flamer templates.
Yeah, right. There's flamer templates. It was there's so much going on that it was so useful to learn all of the rules. It was just done at a much faster or deeper pace than normal, I think. And one thing I always think when it comes to starting a game or playing your first few games of a game is it's really important to have a few guys who are the same. Yeah,
I 100% agree.
That was a bit of a struggle in this one because you've got 16 different people.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Blood Bowl works really well because you've got 11 dudes on the pitch, but there's really only 3 or 4 different types. And that's like, I've got one of those over here as well, so he does the same thing. And quite frankly, if they'd done 2 sets of 4 with the same weapons or something, or different poses, like having the sitting person and the slightly different person, having them be able to have the same weapons, like the sitting person's got 2 pistols and a rifle, and the standing person's got 2 pistols and a rifle, and you build 2 with 2 pistols and 2 with 2 rifles, and then you kind of like to get that in, I think it would make much more sense. But all this makes me want to do is just go find loads of bolt guns and loads of heavy stubbers.
I think that's what the old set had, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I think I've got guys with like 4 of them with shotguns.
I'm going to grab your old Goliaths really quickly.
It's just, that's how I remember the old core set being, was a bit more like that. A bit more distinct, it's like...
There's a lot. Yeah.
I don't know how the old Escher were like. Are they the same? Did they have more like little rifles?
I'm not sure, actually. We've got the Escher here too, along with Ian's weird Birdman.
I mean, like even here, right, it was 10 models.
Yeah, 10.
10 in the starter set. And literally 3 of them here.
Yes, exactly.
Have exactly the same guns.
3 guys with the same guns.
Everyone else a little bit special, but even then you've got hammer pistol, 2 hammers, axe, rivet. Yeah, so these ones are all a little bit different. These ones are actually all a little bit different. But still, like you say, having 3 of the shotgun or the whatever they're called, thump guns.
Yeah.
Having 3 of them.
It's less mental load.
Yeah.
I think.
And I remember the starter set. You don't play with 10.
No,
you play with like 6, from what I remember. So you'd have sort of like 3 specialists and then 3 gangers.
Yeah, there's most of that is the same in the campaign. Like there's different ways. Like you literally roll a random mission. I think it's even on the cards. It's like you pick 3 guys and then you randomly pick 3 guys. So you always know that you're going to be able to in this mission use my 3 main guys. And I think it's just the campaign system's wicked.
Mm.
The expansion is wicked. The experience system is wicked. The game is just so good. It's just a really peculiar launching off point. Escher are basically just like everyone's got some type of gun and the same stat line.
Yeah, you've got a few there. It's like a rifle.
Yeah.
I think that's a rifle, yeah.
Las guns, probably.
Yeah.
Las guns, shotguns.
Yeah, las guns, shotguns.
Auto guns, you can see. I do like that these ones come with weird toxin flamers and stuff.
I like that too, yeah. I do like that. Yeah, that's just like a couple of las guns there. Yeah, and that makes sense to me because, you've got your chaff. That's kind of their role, right? If they don't have something flashy and big, they're probably your...
I think
send them in.
I think that's what a lot of armies kind of need is here's the stuff you don't need to worry or think too much about, and here's the fun stuff. If everything's a fun stuff, it gets a bit loud.
Yeah,
and I think this starts as being a bit loud because if everybody, it feels like Age of Sigmar, where everybody's got like 3 special things.
Yes.
I think there's a good reason that Age of Sigmar is dying a little bit. It's because everyone's a bit fed up of everybody having 3 special things because it just creates so much feel bad. Because you're like, I forgot. So I forgot in that game that this was actually a huntress with 2 pistols.
Oh,
not a blade maiden with or something. And I was like, that means they've got oh my god, gunslinger, which means I can use 2 light pistols and shoot the same. And it's like, okay, cool. Just give me 8 gangers with different weapons that I can see.
And you have in front of you.
Yeah, well, that's partly my fault. Like, you do get cards in the starter set, and I think one takeaway is to fill out the cards.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to fill those out with gangers that aren't ever going to get used in your campaign. You want to save those for your campaign.
Kind of.
I'd probably put those in like a laminator and have a dry erase or something.
I mean, well, most gang things you can just print it off.
Yeah, true.
Which is what the plan was to do, was to jump on a gang thing, print the list off, print it off, and have the reference and stuff.
Yeah.
But again, core set, if it's a starter set, have them already filled out with the 8 guys.
Yeah.
Let's just... I think they did this with Blood Bowl, right? You had the player cards.
Yeah.
Just like set us up. But it's a really weird one. I think it's just trying to do 2 different things, or maybe it's not trying to be a starter set at all, because it says core set. It should say advanced set or something, because I think this is actually quite a terrible launching point for Necromunda. You've got no terrain. Book's good, cards good, dice good, models good. But you need to bring your own game. in a funny way. You bring your own starter set. Very strange. Figured it was worth talking about. But I cannot stress the rules seem so much fun. Playing them through, a bit complicated, but that's a benefit of this core set, is that everybody's different, so you get a crash course in everything immediately. I was really expecting it to be like, use these 4 models for your first game.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like that.
Here are the stats. Well, so when I went through and built them, I was like, right, who am I building? What do I need to build? I'm like, I don't know. So I just went with the pictures at the back, which seemed like a smart thing to do, but doesn't. I don't know.
Did you have more options?
Everybody gets 2 options basically.
Okay.
I think is basically how it is, but the parts are interchangeable a little bit, so you could absolutely like flex some stuff. Like even the 2 pistol ones, they've got spare hands, so you can have a little. There's some changing stuff you can do.
So you have a bit of choice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it might be worth maybe waiting the book to come out, the journal to come out, and then seeing what options you want from that.
Which is what a lot of people who are Necromunda heads have said, is like when they released the information that the Escher journal was coming, so many people were like, well, I can't start my campaign yet. And I'm like, don't be silly. Just use the guys from the core set, and then when the book comes, redraft your gang, and you can carry them over. And then when I realised that that's not remotely true, potentially, I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. You kind of do want to wait, because otherwise you don't know how these models fit into an Escher gang.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the biggest issue with Necromunda, and what they were trying to refresh in this edition was building your first gang. It's a minefield. Because you're like, I don't know, this pistol looks cool, but actually it's going to run out of ammo. It's going to be terrible. Yeah, weird. I love the gang building stuff is now so much better because you can have so much more stuff. But the delayed launch is very confusing to me. But hey, that's all right. The rules look cool. The models are great. And
still excited to be playing a campaign.
Super excited to play Necromunda. Just could have done without the pothole right out the gate.
Yeah.
Very strange. But no, are you still excited to play Necromunda?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Awesome foundation for a game. It's really exciting.
I love the rapid fire dice.
Yeah, it's such a cool mechanic.
I didn't think I would.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I didn't. I remember not liking it very much in the last edition because I was like, well, I want to roll 3 hits. Like, I want to roll to hit 3 times. Like, what is this? But so rapid fire 2 is the friggin' best thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna make it. You may aim. You may miss.
You probably run out of ammo
massively. But just the prospect of spiking 6 hits is just so wicked. Yeah. Assuming that each wound individually allows you to roll on the take 'em out test,
which I think is probably the case.
If it's not the case, we're going to treat it as the case because that's mad. If not, like, boom, hit you with 6 shots. Cool. I've only got 1 wound anyway. But I don't think that's how it is. But no, BT, thank you so much. Always fun to play a game with you.
Absolutely.
And felt like a real first time playing a new game of a new type. And I look forward to doing more of that in the future. But no, wicked. Thank you very much. And thanks very much for watching. We'll be back soon with more wargaming content. Happy gaming.